Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for coming. This is one of 3 Springvale worship nights. For those of you that are kind of new or forget what we do when we're here, these are just nights for us as a Springvale worship lead team. We gather once to twice a month to pray over the ministry, to cast vision, to pray over you guys. Let's come up with vision, values, purpose, all that cool stuff that we did a couple years ago. It's a night for us to serve you, so you guys don't have to show up and feel like you're on duty. So yeah, we want to worship with you guys. We want to pray with you guys. We're going to have times to kind of give some nice, boring administrative elements just to let you know what's up in ministry and all that cool stuff. We are gonna try to film it to send it out to people that couldn't make it tonight. So we have a lot of people that were pretty excited that were running these things, but they couldn't make it. So we're just going to take the administrative portion and send it out so we don't have to tell it to 25 different people. So sing loudly. You're not going to be on tape. Yeah, I invite you guys, stand, sit, whatever makes you guys feel comfortable. We're going to open with 3 songs just to right our minds, to right our hearts on why we're here to worship Him tonight. So we're going to start with the song, Build Your Kingdom here. And yeah, if you guys want to stand, if you guys want to clap, if you guys want to dance, that would be totally awesome. Yeah, so feel free. Why don't you guys stand up? I'm going to make you stand up for the verse one. Well, guys, it is a pleasure to come and to sing and to worship and to, I don't know, I guess kind of pause our day. It's kind of one of those where we come from busy situations, busy jobs, busy family, and I know you guys are so faithful in setting aside this time to serve God and to serve one another. So I do thank you for that. I hope you guys feel energized, invigorated, renewed when you guys come to these nights. It's just a night to rub shoulders together and to pray for one another and uphold each other. We just want to kind of go through a couple things, I guess administratively, or behind the scenes type stuff, just to reinforce some things that we're excited about and to give you guys some opportunities to be involved in the communication, I guess. First and foremost, our purpose is to grow people in their intimacy with God. So that's what we do Sunday mornings. That's what we do throughout the weeks. Whether it's us to you, whether it's you to each other, whether it's us to the congregation, the people that we serve with, the people that we serve. Our goal and our aim and our prayer is to grow people in their intimacy with Christ, whether that's meeting them in a time of need in prayer, whether it's coming alongside them with a word of encouragement, whether it's a high five or a hug, and encouraging people to step forward and keep moving in their acts of service or the struggles of their family, or maybe speaking a word of scripture to them that can really kind of pinpoint that section or what they need to hear. Oftentimes God places us in those roles to speak to a friend or speak to a loved one and to really bring them out of the mire that they're in. So that's our goal, whether we're on the tech team, on the worship, on the music team, as a host, as a platform crew, set up and tear down, drama teams, creative arts, ensemble. This is all part of the Springvale Worship Collective. This year we want to invite more than just our music team. We want to invite everybody who is part of Springvale Worship. And we're hoping that as we hold more and more of these, more and more people come and we get to feed into each other and really encourage each other and see what we're part of. See how many people are gathered together with the same purpose, the same goal, and the same passion and desire. So I just want to read, I'm going through this book, How to Worship a King, by Zach Neese at A Gateway Worship. And it's a great book. It's a nice thick read if any of you guys are interested, but it takes us through the process of worship services and how to approach the Holy of Holies, how to approach God, and not just to jump our congregation to that point, but to take them through praise and thanksgiving, and then offerings and sacrifice, and coming before Him and cleansing yourself with the Word, and to properly come into communion with Him. This is one of the things that he wrote that really stuck out to me. I prayed this over the team. I guess it was a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to read it to you. It gives you a great vision of us as worship leaders. And if you're singing, if you're playing in the band, you guys are worship leaders. We have one person usually that forms the service and really is the person that kind of drives it. But we're all worship leaders, whether it's what we say, how our disposition is on stage, our facial expressions. I love the line, sometimes you gotta tell your face what your heart is feeling, because so many times we can be worshiping with joy and passion, but it doesn't come across on our face. And so it's in everything that we do to connect people to God, and not to put their eyes on us, but to serve them and connect people to God. So I love this take from Zach Neese. I like to walk around the sanctuary and pray before I lead worship. One weekend, I was walking around with my guitar praying and worshiping, and had a vision. Vision is like a waking dream. It was like someone just changed the channel on what my eyes could see. And instead of seeing myself walking around the aisles, I saw myself on the platform leading worship. So maybe put yourself in this moment, whether you're leading from the mic or playing an instrument or hosting, or you're a tech, how we are praising and breathing out. I was playing my guitar and adoring Jesus with my eyes closed. And I cocked my head back and lifted my face to the ceiling. When I did, a light broke through the ceiling of the church and shone down on me. God's face came through the hole in the ceiling, and he began to stoop down closer and closer to me, engulfing me in light and glory. When his face was so close to mine that his nose was almost touching mine, he exhaled. I inhaled and was filled to near bursting with the breath of God. Then I turned my face toward the congregation and exhaled. I released God's breath all over them, and the congregation inhaled, sucking in the Spirit of God. Then every one of them turned their faces to the sky and exhaled back to God, and the vision ended. That, my friend, is worship leading. And that was one of the things that I was impressed upon, even when I went to his breakout section of the Gateway Conference. Is just our duty as a worship leader is first and foremost to connect with the heart of God, and to worship him, not at the expense of trampling over the congregation and ignoring the community that's happening. But we need to first connect with God and have him speak to us and worship and glorify his name. He speaks of it this way. Another way he said was, we're taking the hand of God and worshiping him, and then we're taking the hand of the congregation and we're bringing them together. So we are facilitating a meeting place between our congregation and God. But that first can't happen if we're not first worshiping vertically. So as we are receiving from him, we're pouring out to then they see his goodness and greatness somehow through us in whatever way, but mostly by the working of the Spirit. And then they, in turn, offer their worship to him. So I thought that was a great picture, and I wanted to share that with you, in that I see every one of us having that role. And I think you guys should take that seriously and take that, hold to that and really push forward in your service, knowing that you have a purpose, you have a reason, you have a calling to do what you do, and you do it so well. And I for one, want to thank you for that. Last year, at the tail end of the year, we handed out commitment forms. It ties things together, lets you guys know the expectations in the ministry, makes things a little bit more formalized as we move forward and as we get bigger. It's harder to do smaller church when you're not a small church anymore. So I don't want to go through every commitment forms were different, whether it's for the music team, a worship leader, a computer tech, a lighting tech. One of the things that we do want to impress upon, though, is punctuality. We're 8:30 our rehearsals. We want to arrive at 8:20. We've got to get our gear set up, get our in-ears in. I think the more we come late, we start 15, 20 minutes late, and we're just pushing our families even further back into the night. So we want to honor everybody. Read over those commitment forms every now and again. What am I supposed to, what's expected of me? What's expected of the lead team? What's expected of the whole? So that's one thing that we put out there to kind of do the why and how we do what we do. One thing that we want to do the how is, how can we resource you and how can we better let you guys serve and I guess maximize your giftedness. One of the ways that we do it, and I'm going to just mention a couple of them right now, is Planning Center. And this is one of the things that we just wanted to go over quickly, just so that everybody's on the same page, so that right off the beginning of the year, everything is flowing nice and smoothly. We're making the commitment as worship leaders, whoever's praying over the services and playing the services and putting them together. We're going to be 2 weeks ahead of time on the song selections. It takes a little bit to get to that point, but once we get up and running on that, hopefully, this week we're already planning. The 29th is already planned, and then come the 29th, the next week is already planned. And then also for scheduling 2 months out, so that it won't be, hey guys, we're going to do the October schedule this week. It's, guys, we're actually doing the November schedule because October's in place. So one of the things So we're going to try to serve you in that. I say we like it's us, but there's other people in here that are editing and putting together information. But we're going to try to serve you in that so you can be a resource with the music, resource with the arrangements, any tracks, whether it's click tracks or loops that you guys need to practice to. We're going to try to get on that for you guys. One way that you guys can serve us on the admin side is by accepting, declining, blocking out, all that type of thing. I'm just going to go through a couple slides. You guys have all been here. But this is also when I put the video out to the rest of our team, they can see exactly where we're going. Some people that couldn't be here tonight were newer to the team, and they're just saying, I don't know if I'm doing it right. And it's causing a lot of hiccups and a lot of emailing that we've gotten rid of since we've gone to PCO. This is what your main page should look like when you sign in. If you guys forgot your sign in, let me know. But when you sign in, up the top right, you can see my profile. So it says, it'll have your name. If you click on your name, that's where you can put in a beautiful picture of your smiling face or your kids, whatever, just so we know. I'd rather your face. Also, what this does is, I don't know if you guys do it, but you can go and just say, oh yeah, this is the team that's on. There's a smiling face. If you're brand new to the squad, I know what Karen Street now looks like. And so I can go up and say, Karen, nice to meet you, okay? So you can also get your phone number in there. So what that does, any requests go straight to your phone. So as soon as I put out a request for a date, you have it immediately instead of emails, so you can choose either or. So that's the top right. The first thing you guys need to do when you guys get in is go to this block out dates. Actually, you know what? Let's go back. When you're in your profile page, that's what it'll look like, right? So you can have your name, the dates go into the master calendar on your main page so everybody can see when your birthday is or your anniversary is and hopefully give you presents. That'd be awesome. But other than that, put in your cell phone contacts if you need. That's if there is a snowstorm and practice is canceled. I need to connect with you guys immediately. If I don't have you, I can easily go to your PCO information and shoot you a text or give you a call. We don't send out your information to anybody, so you should be okay. And then you can see to the left there's a view past schedule of when you have served in the past, and then there's a block out dates tab to the left. So you can block out dates from within your actual personal information page, but the easiest way is when you're back on your main page, just to go underneath the calendar, there's a block out dates. You guys should be very familiar with this because we do it monthly, and if you guys know you have a holiday for March break, I would say go and book that off even now. So as we're planning things or planning when the ensemble needs to sing, we know when most of them are booked off. When you click on block out dates, this page pops up. You just click on the calendar, pick out the day that you're starting, that you need to be blocked off, and the day that it ends. Even if it's a Wednesday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, whatever, block it out because when we schedule you for a Sunday, if you're not available on the Wednesday, it will bypass you and it won't schedule you. Therefore, we won't have any of the... Every now and again it comes up, I can't make practice. Can I still make Sunday? We'll have that conversation when it comes up. But that nips it in the bud a little bit. And every now and again, like Good Friday or Easter weeks, we have practices on a Tuesday or a Thursday so that we're not here for 5 hours. So block out any day that you know. Once you've blocked it out, then I can actually schedule you. And if you get scheduled, you'll get an email which has you have been placed on the schedule for this time. It tells you what your position is, so whether it's worship leader, vocals, worship team, tech, tells you the celebration time and the rehearsal times. This is a big thing that a lot of people are skipping over. I think sometimes you look at it and you're like, I don't know if I can commit to that, so I don't do anything. That leaves a nice yellow question mark in PCO, and so it's unconfirmed. You're unconfirmed. So coming a Sunday, I don't know if you're in or if you're out, so then I have to start texting and emailing. I understand sometimes they fall through the cracks because you need to double check with your wife if you can make it and all that stuff. But if you can, click accept or decline right away. If you click decline, it comes up with a little tab that says, why can't you make it? It's not because we're not checking in on you. It's if you're out of the country, that's one thing. If it's, I'm just really tired and exhausted, that's another. And then if there's an emergency and none of my keyboardists can make it, I'll contact each of you and say, well, I know you're out of the country, but I know that, you have a reunion. Did that get switched around? If you can make it, that would be cool. That type of thing. Not keeping tabs on you. But accept or decline is huge because that helps us from our end. Back to your main page, if you get you're going to get an email that says accept or decline. But also on your main page, if you click on the My Schedule tab right on the top, it'll drop down and it'll say pending requests. So if you ever see a pending request, that means you haven't actually answered yes or no. Click yes or no, and it'll go into the system. We're going to show some people who couldn't make it tonight. So you can see that this is what it looks like for me. Green, I know you're coming. I know you're coming. You're confirmed. If you say no, I can't make it, whatever the reason, if I can't make it, it crosses you out, so I know immediately who can't make it. And then those people are unconfirmed. I don't know if Steve Cowan's going to be here tonight, but he showed up, right? Yellow of shame. Yes, I like it. But guys, this is a key feature. This is a key feature. If this was a Sunday and I'm looking for a keyboard position and Shelly declines, automatically I click on that and it gives me the options of everybody else that's available before that date. And then, okay, Shelly can't make it, you click the next person, it emails them. But if she didn't click decline, I think she might become, anyways. So if you guys could go straight forward, we're going to try to resource you as best as you can, if you guys can, in return, honor us. I try to honor the block out dates as much as possible. I always tell you guys to block them out, but then there are times where I'll approach you and say, can we switch something? I want to honor what you guys did, but sometimes there's just an emergency and we need to put a tech in a position and put a person in a position. So I might be sending emails, but those are few and far between. Another way that we want to resource you, and it's hard to bring everybody down to Texas to a Gateway Worship Conference. How awesome would that be? But there are some local worship conferences that are going on that are cheap and affordable and local. We took our tech team 2 years ago to the Reconnect Tech Conference in Cambridge. That was a great experience. We got our set design from them, just walking around, and we've learned a lot as a tech team. We couldn't go this last year. Last year I had the privilege of at least doing the vision casting for a conference called Reprise. I couldn't be there because we were in Texas, but they're running one again, and I'm putting it out there. So Reprise Worship Training Day. It's a Saturday. It's from 9 in the morning to 5 at night, and this is just a straight up resource worship teams. Worship leaders, electric guitar, bass, piano, keyboard, vocals, harmonies. The morning session, the group of pastors that I network with, we're going to be leading worship for the morning session, and then there's going to be breakouts with the professionals, teaching you how to play your various instruments. And then the second session is going to be all those professionals leading worship, because we're not professionals, us worship pastors. But anyways. So I really want to encourage you guys. I'm going to send this in an email again through a link. It's $20. It's cheap, and it's in Aurora. We can carpool. We can go together. I've registered and set up a group in Springvale's name. So as you're putting in your name, you see where it says group. You click on that tab. It'll show you a bunch of different churches that are going. Click on Springvale so they know you're part of our group. Check your breakout session, whatever you want to be involved in, and then it's $10 for lunch if you want. But I just want to put that out there and resource to you guys, and hopefully we can have a good crew going, because these guys are really excited to run this, and they had a good turnout last year, and they want to kind of up that and really resource us as worship teams. One more big thing that is brand new this year, and that I'm really excited about. I love serving with all you guys, but I don't like talking to most of you. So, no, I'm kidding. Love talking with you guys. One way that we want to, I guess, better direct the lines of communication and better shepherd our Springvale Worship Collective with the sub-ministries of audio, computer, lighting, music, hosts. We've come up with a little bit of a structure difference. What we've come up with is a lead structure to better serve you guys. Okay, so what we're looking at is music worship coordinator. That's myself. Our worship lead team is Eric, Crystal, Trevor, and myself. Again, we meet twice a month and pray over you guys and shepherd. We're introducing a producer role this year. Clearcom headset, connecting with our audio and our computer and our lighting. So more of a tech director, which also connects with our host, which also connects with Ed on stage. So our lead producer, overseeing all of our other producers, is Crystal. Is that not fine right there? Oh, there we go.
I can read it.
So you guys can see the breakdown. Any information or any vision for the services kind of comes down to our producer, and then Crystal's going to put it into action with her teams. And come Sunday morning, the producer for any given morning, of which Crystal is the lead, they're going to call the shots. So they're going to be in prayer and in planning 2 weeks prior to a service with the worship leader. So what this does is allows us as a worship leader, if we've planned through and really said, you know what, I really feel the Spirit's leading us to plan this and plan that, and at least still leaving room for spontaneous. Once we're on stage, there's nothing that can really be done about it. There could be a lot of hiccups little things that can be kind of massaged out. This is what the producer is going to be doing, is we're now one and the same, and they have the authority to make the calls on that. What this does is going to free up our techs to serve where they're called to serve and gifted to serve. So the computer guy doesn't have to worry about queuing a video and wondering if the audio person has it unmuted, which has happened in the past. All these different things where there's some stress and yelling down and text to the front. A lot of texting going on. This is going to eliminate that with our lead producers. So everybody knows Crystal. We're going to go through the rest of the lead team and just kind of introduce them as they're here. So our lead audio technician, who's going to be looking over scheduling and some budget lines and recruiting and training, is Gary McGowan. So Gary will be...
Yeah, Gary.
Gary.
Get on that recruiting.
Yes. So Gary is going to be connecting with the teams for the audio. Lead computer technician will be Kevin, so he'll be planning and recruiting and training all the computer tech teams. Lead lighting technician is Evan Robert, so he'll be So he'll be overseeing everything lighting. And our lead host is Amber Tompkins. So again, the purpose of these is to be in direct communication with whoever is underneath you. So Gary's team of techs, Kevin's team, Evan's team of techs, Amber's team of hosts, Crystal's team of producers. They're in constant communication with the masses, so that we're kind of talking to the producer and the leads, and then they filter down to their teams. If you're gonna get emails from them for scheduling, we're gonna hook them up into PCO so that they can edit. So they're gonna take their specific lines. So they're now scheduling. So I'll keep scheduling for the worship team. You guys don't have to worry about it. But techs, you guys will be essentially answering to your lead tech, and then answering to lead producer, which then answers to the worship team, which then essentially trickles down from someone who's on a paid position, which happens to be me. So music and worship coordinator, we set the vision and push that. I guess I could have put Ed up there, because Ed and I are over top, just like Ben and Alex run youth ministry, and we've got 2 interns, and we've got 2 of us that run Sunday morning adult worship services, and that's Ed and I. So as much as I'm involved with the music and tech and all of that, he's involved with the preaching. We are a team, and we meet every week about it. So a lot of what we discuss and put in motion will trickle down through these, and will eventually get to you. So all that to say, if one of these people emails you, make sure you guys respond. Make sure you guys are friendly, and that'd be awesome. You guys are a friendly bunch of people.
Avoid the yellow shame.
Yeah. So do you guys have any questions about this? It's a new structure, but it's not. I don't think it's a crazy structure. A lot of other churches and a lot of other organizations will have breakdown structures like this. And if there's any orientation nights that we set aside, so we're having our audio guys come and we're going to run through the board, or our hosts, then these leads will either be in attendance and running it, or be in attendance and facilitating it. Doesn't necessarily mean that Evan will be up on a Skyjack doing all the repairs. He may find someone on his team to do so. Same with Kevin and the computer, same with Gary and the audio. So they are in turn now going to resource their teams and let them serve and take ownership. Just as we like to let you guys take ownership and creative ability for Sunday mornings and whatnot. So if there's no questions on that, we're going to move along. I'm so glad we got that up there, because Katrina would have really gotten mad at me. It's true, and you know it. Build your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets and land. Set your church on fire. Win this nation back. Change the atmosphere. Build your kingdom.